There exists a niche within niches when it comes to gaming. Kind of like the Russian matryoshka dolls. Matryoshka? Matroshka. I'm not Russian. There are those who play specific games that cater to their preferences. Within them, there are speedrunners who disregard nearly everything to try to get that number as low as possible. Then within them are the tassers. TASes, or rather tool-assisted speedruns, are when players use various sources such as slow motion, macros, and video editing software in order to demonstrate the potential of a speedrun of their game. And one of these was somewhat recently finished for Doom Eternal. Now, saying that Doom Eternal is broken is kind of a moot point. Just look at the any percent speedrun, where you can see Doom Guy flying straight to the end of levels. Now, this game is supposed to be a first-person shooter, and yet, some speedrunners play it like a flight sim. But what if you had to do both at the same time? How fast could you do everything in the game? No holds bar. Absolutely everything allowed. Well, that's what Undeceiver did. And he did all this to figure out how fast can you beat Doom Eternal to 100% completion? Oh, and also it's on Nightmare. Well, I was lucky enough to watch through the run with him and a few world record holders of Doom Eternal so that we can understand all the wacky and insane tech used to get this number lower than it has ever been. So before we begin, we're gonna need some homework so that y'all understand what's happening. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
One interesting thing about Hell on Earth is that it doesn't actually have any weapon points. So this run here is much more of an all collectibles run than what you would usually expect out of a 100% run.
This fight I only did because of narcotic. I tried real hard to find a way to play through it and I couldn't.
Undeceiver, I don't think you mentioned in this stream, what was kind of the goal with this task?
Oh, that's a very good question. It wasn't to make something optimal. I knew since the beginning I didn't have the patience for that. I think Unrestricted 100% is a really underexploited category. I think part of it is because it's so difficult. So I wanted to do the puzzle, you know, like the routing problem, and then showcase what it would look like. But I gave up on doing something absolutely optimal since the beginning because there's just so many finicky details I just couldn't.
Okay, so the goal was to get this basically good enough to like be the basis of a route for anyone who wants to run it in the future. And that is Hell on Earth, 100% in a little over 3.5 minutes. Sheesh.
Awesome.
I love that. I call that
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Look at that face cam player aim.
Yeah.
I just love how with the time slow, it's like you look at the Kako for literally a split instant and it's dead. That is sick. That is pretty sick. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
This.
Okay, hold on. We need to watch that blender room again.
This took like a week of attempts. This was the hardest thing ever. Well, not the hardest thing, but oh my goodness, I was so frustrated.
A good blender taking a week of attempts is so Doom Eternal. Oh my god.
Are you sure it's faster?
What?
Yeah,
there's just no collision there?
Oh!
You have no idea how much collision in this game is literally for visual appearance and has no physical stuff to it. Yeah, for people who don't know, the plasma rifle has a funny little kink in it. If you hold it down, it'll fire at a constant rate. But if you click repeatedly, it'll fire at the rate you're clicking. So I'm assuming you have a macro set up to just fire the plasma rifle as fast as possible.
So we have to give the gun more brakes.
Hit blast.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It is annihilated. Sheesh. I know in regular 100 like percent. Oh, this out of bounds.
Braboost.
I remember this.
Braboost.
Yeah. This was Spice. Starting is so difficult to do.
Yes,
all right. Are we gonna get a fast gate here?
The answer is no. Ooh, no.
It's pretty fast, but I think there's one folder that I have to kill after the last heavy. But I did more runs after night. They were slower, so I just kept this one.
That's it? No?
There's that last folder.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh,
this section took so long as well. That was very difficult to get that well.
That was the sexiest chain hop I've ever seen.
That. Man, it's so good.
Oh, this pillar strat is interesting. Oh.
What?
Oh, I like that. I like that
That's
a
one
lot.
hell of a vantage point.
Yeah.
It's the best
What a
way to explain
view!
to see the fucking fodder, because the fodder in that arena is so annoying.
That's so creative.
All right, now it's
I
time
mean-
for the best part of the run, Ripatorium.
Yes. AKA our aim practice.
Oh, I think that's the first instance of a zip in this run.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it
think
is?
so.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, for people wondering what a zip is, we are too. Moving on. Yeah. If you dash onto a slope, basically, in a weird sort of coordinates, you get basically a downward force, like insanely quick.
Yeah, it's same
609 meters per second.
Nice.
Nice.
if I remember correctly. It's just
Oh yeah,
boost,
slow boost. Yeah.
That's pretty sexy. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, we're flying over the map. Hi, people.
Hole in one. Hole in one. Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
I don't have the skills or the patience to do them.
Oh.
The ship is really
Yes. The old
Another-
setup.
good.
Yes.
Another buy setup. That's buy strategy and it's really good.
Okay, I just want to say that we're doing the last encounter of Cultist Base as, like, the third encounter.
Most of the level is still not done, but it's just to unlock fast travel. Fast travel is. Whenever I was routing it, the first thing and I started the level, the first thing I thought was, is it worth to go for fast travel as quick as I can, or not? And there's some levels it's definitely worth it, some levels it's not worth it.
Yeah, gotta think of it as, like, when you see all the encounters and all the collectibles you gotta give, it's kind of like one big puzzle of how to do it
Yeah.
optimally. Oh, that's a neat little death warp into there.
Oh,
Oh,
do
this,
we-
this is so cool. This is so cool. Yeah, this is so cool.
Oh, there's just no collision on that. Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Grab the extra life.
Extra alive. Just for
Yeah.
cool points.
From
Undeceiver.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the biggest sin of this arena, you left Steve alive.
Oh,
Yes. Pacifist.
Why?
Yes.
it wastes time to do it.
The heck is this zip? Okay. Wait.
can you go back to the beginning of that zip?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, we need. Yeah.
This is the only place in the whole run where I do a segment, like this is segmented outside of black screens, and nobody notices. So I'm really proud that I did really well. But there's a splice here. The reason is that zip is so hard and that section is really long. So I was so tired of doing it all in one go. It was very difficult.
All right. Well, onto the Slayer Gate. I guess skipping the key, so that's cool.
But even just the gate animation is so much time, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like what, a solid. Gotta be at least like 6 seconds, right?
I think it's 12 seconds or something. Yeah.
Zip.
Another
Zip
zip.
again.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're going to the internal section. This
Oh,
actually is
yeah, the
actually,
elevators.
yeah, this is a really old one. I think Quectrum was the one that came up with this. Not with the zip, but he did this kind of route, I think. It's really cool. Like, you activate the checkpoint, you open the gate from outside, and then you get the plane here to get the suit token, and then you reload,
Oh
and
my
you're
God.
suddenly inside the Revenant box.
The biggest brain routing period.
Oh god, this section, I hate this section because I had to do it the intended way. Like, but there's no way to clip into that suit token. I mean, it's like almost 10 seconds of just waiting for the elevator. It's like, no, I want to clip.
I can't believe this game is making me play the intended route.
The only
Exactly.
well collision section. I'm mad. Undeceiver hits this chain, fires a rocket at their feet to die, and then during the course of the extra life warp, the trigger that normally locks the Slayer's position just doesn't happen.
And that's
Well,
really
it
useful
happens.
here.
It just doesn't affect you.
Normally, you'd have to watch this whole train ride, but now that we get that, let's see what the frick this zip was, because that was interesting.
Even
That's
better, this, for some reason, this part of the map has collision. Collision you can zip with. I
Yeah.
don't know why this has collision.
I'm guessing originally you can move or something there or whatever, but holy crud,
Boosting
look
off
at how
a random slope.
all
into
the way
the
to
other
What?
the
side of the
end.
map.
What?
I think it's my favorite shape in the game.
That's like 30,000 map units.
I think actually, if I could go straight to the fast travel and then come back for the collectible, that was a little bit faster. So if you do this zip to skip it and you go to fast travel and you get fast travel, and then you try to fast travel, you can open the menu and you click the fast travel button and then the game immediately crashes. The reason for that,
Yep,
Good
sounds like
game.
Doom.
Yep.
the reason for that is because you have no areas unlocked because you've skipped the train ride. The game hasn't unlocked any of the areas that you can fast travel to yet. So when it tries to open the fast travel menu, it does nothing there. So it just crashes.
You know what? Working as intended.
Sounds like
I
Doom.
mean, we did skip the whole level, so it's kind of It's kind of our fault.
as the developers want. Why else would they put collision at the beginning?
True.
Exactly.
Why did they make extra lives warp you back?
It's a very quirky thing, but I thought it was so minor that it wasn't worth spelling. So there's normally a cutscene here. I don't know if you can see. There's no cutscene. If you reload the checkpoint and you dash into the cutscene really fast, I don't know why the cutscene doesn't trigger, but your gun disappears. And then the only way you can get your gun back is to do a mantle. So that's why I do a mantle afterwards, just to get my gun back.
For those who don't know,
Ooh.
there's a little despawn strat here.
Yeah.
And the encounter spawns in and instantly goes down. For people who don't quickly understand how despawning encounters work, the clear condition for clearing encounters this game is that all demons are dead. And it doesn't care how they died, so like if you hit a despawn trigger, it'll give you the combat rating anyhow if you go back to the arena.
It doesn't for all arenas. It depends on the arena, but a lot of arenas are like that. Some arenas you have to kill them.
Oh yeah, by the way, we skipped the first phase of the boss there, people. Yeah.
Just by falling, yeah. And we kind of skipped the second one because we just deleted the Tomb Hunter.
The way the health bar just sprints to the left.
Oh,
We're doing this now.
Battery animations.
Yeah.
You all wanted it. It's here.
yeah. I spent weeks trying to find a way to skip them, and there's no way to skip them. There's no
First off, I just want to see this pinky glory kill real quick because look at it. Rapid plasma fire into a heat blast. Precision
Yeah.
bullet at the tail and then glory kill. I
mean,
it's so surprising to me here that you actually use a good bit of plasma rifle after unlocking the ballista.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, in restricted runs, we never use the plasma rifle after we unlock it because
Yeah.
the ballista is just a lot of damage.
ballista ammo routing Super Gornets was difficult because you want to use it for everything. I wanted to use it for everything. I had to measure it. Oh, this fight's gonna be funny.
Oh, damage, yes.
Yeah. I've never been able to do this whole fight with quad manually. It's so hard for me.
Yo, that is fast.
So this is one of the not required combat encounters, and you could tell based on how much freaking Undeceiver gets away by doing these boosts. Sheesh. Oh,
It's
are we
the
gonna
zip.
Yeah,
yeah,
boy.
a zip to skip?
Woo!
Now normally we blow this place up, but we could just go to the teleporter right at the end and get out of here.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
That is a 100% runner's wet dream right there for a time. Best
I am
level.
very
Let's
keen.
go.
I hate this room so much. I hate
3
it
out of
so much.
6.
because You have to get the fucking challenge, the seal challenge. That's the worst challenge in the game. I don't want to hear anything about it.
Everyone
Yeah,
hates
it's-
external
it's the best.
combustion.
It's the
It's the
fucking
best.
most absurd thing ever.
That is any percent history, that slow boost
Oh,
right there off that
boy.
can.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay,
Getting all
oh,
the
we just
stuff
picked
on
up
the
probably the most important cheat code in the game.
Inkva.
Yeah, I don't use it.
Inkva.
Alright, Tro. Hi, Tro. It's Rytro. In editing. I realized that we didn't explain the context of the IDKFA glitch here, so basically, by activating the IDKFA glitch is a way to equip 2 weapon mods at the exact same time, gaining properties of both attachments. In any percent, this is used to have micro missiles fire sniper bullets for one of the highest raw damage sources in the game, which the task does not use, and I'll let Undeceiver explain exactly why.
Decided not to use it because I think it would make the run more stupid, and I don't think it would save that much time, but it probably would save at least some time. It also plays with the masteries, so I just decided I won't use it. But if someone is gonna try to do the run, they should consider it because it could save some time.
Oh! Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Oh, bye Marauder, bye Marauder.
What, Marauder?
Good
Marauder
boss
what?
fight.
Double D-blade.
Let's go. For people who don't know what double D-plate is while all this sick combat's going on, basically if you swap mods of another weapon using the weapon wheel while firing a destroyer blade, you can
Another one.
You can fire the destroyer blade twice. Why spaghetti code, I guess.
When you get 2 super heavies like a Baron and a Tyrant at the same time with that, that's a lot of damage. There's a challenge in Ark to get the 2 runes, but for whatever reason, the way it works, if you reload during the rune animation, you won't get it. But furthermore, if you reload after the rune animation, but before you hit a checkpoint, it won't work either. So you have to sit to the whole rune animation and hit a checkpoint afterwards before you reload, or you won't get 100%.
Gotta love it. Very quickly, there's a tech that most people don't know there that's called extended black screen, right?
Oh, yes.
That basically just unlocks your movement so that we can move in this elevator instead of doing this, and we're gonna see a very big funny.
Yeah.
Whee!
Welcome to the dev room. We have the
Whoops,
BFG.
They left that in. Oopsies.
They removed that quite quickly, but thank you, devs. That's great. Oh hey, it's me, the Editro again. When a game is in development, it's advantageous to have a room with most of the utilities for testing purposes. For example, this level introduces the BFG and has 3 level set pieces that you go through. So for testing, the developer room has the BFG and a teleport to all 3 locations and more. This level's dev room was just left in by mistake before launch. And yeah, we're doing, as a common theme, we're doing the final fight first.
Ooh, this menuing is.
Fast travel, go back here. Oh, are we in the elevator again?
We're going all the way back.
Going up the elevator.
Huh?
What?
I assume that's just to get over it for the, what is, and then through
What
the,
the fuck is that?
yeah, that's all we skipped, by the way, going down a slow elevator, but instead we slow boost up it, go through some invisible geo and mantle into the, oh my god.
From out of bounds, inbounds, into the portal.
That is nut butter, as Drake would say.
Yeah, this is
What?
faster.
Oh, yeah, just go around the bridge. Yeah, sure. Don't need to use
Why go
the
under
whole...
when you can go around it?
Yeah.
Look at the ammo. Okay, now it goes to VFG.
30,
So 30.
plus 30.
That's pretty fun.
So it only gives you ammo if you have 30. If you have 0, it doesn't give you ammo. I don't know why. I don't understand it. It's really weird.
So if you're out of ammo, it won't give you ammo? That is funny.
Incredible.
Normally you're supposed to teleport to this secret encounter and just just goes to a ledge, slope boost all the way to it. Yes.
Gotta love it when background
It's
elements.
just- oh, wait,
have
what the-
collision.
Oh.
Oh.
Getting
You're
out of
going this
bounds.
way.
Skip.
Let's get
The old way, baby.
grabbing it from underneath again.
So I grabbed the Slayer key, even though I already made the Slayer key, because it's challenge to get the Slayer
Oh yeah,
key.
that's true. Yeah,
It is a baller move.
that is some narrative
Very
irony
baller.
there. I mean, this whole level is basically lore anyhow. Oh, what the?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
yep. That's so cool.
It's a little
There's
bit
a lot.
faster.
There's a lot of twists and turns and doors that you have to wait to open up. So, like, I can imagine that's faster.
Just go above them.
Yeah, weird thing here, when you reload this checkpoint, it gives you full ballista ammo. I have no idea why.
Wait,
I don't understand.
It just does.
It's just that checkpoint. I don't know why it does that. Look at the health.
Can you rewind?
Oh man.
Let's see that again.
hey,
What?
sorry, everyone. I just want everyone to look at the timer.
The health, you mean.
Boom.
That was
Boom.
4 seconds.
So I actually recorded that at 100 slowdown, just to be able
Nice.
to get like the most rapid blast of fire I could. I unload like a whole half a second. I'm also sure this part I could do faster, to be honest. I think some people do some stuff that's a little bit faster. I'm not sure.
The way you
What?
go back.
Bro!
Okay, that's the swag. The casual 180 during punch
Swag.
cancels.
That's ridiculous.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you turn away just to avoid punch boosting and losing positioning. Fun fact from the chat, someone saying that half of that level is glory kill animations. That feels appropriate, and I didn't even time it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I think this only happens in this arena. I tried in a few others and it didn't happen. So I use not 1 but 2 PFGs here.
Ah.
And then what I do to do both the secret encounter and the archwell at the same time, what I do, you wait until you get the combat points, and then immediately reload. And what happens is the following: the arena triggers again when you come in, but you have to check the weapon points, and you have the BFG up. So there's so there's a little bit of time between the moment where you get the weapon points from the arena, from the point where the checkpoint saves, and if you reload at just at time, you get the weapon points without spending the ammo. The problem is you can't continue the level. You have to finish the arena to continue, but I'm gonna go out of bounds anyway, so.
This is what they meant by the out of bounds, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
the zips.
The
What,
zip
you
is
told
the
me
list
this
of
is out of
boosting,
bounds?
and we're at the end. So, people, I think at this point we should start taking bets on how many encounters you have to do before we skip to the end, because I feel like that's just a trend.
0.
Oh.
Big
Oh,
countdown.
that micro missile tick
Oh.
was sexy.
I don't think there's a better micro missile tick in the entire game.
It's a really weird book that makes me think there might be a way to do arbitrary code execution.
Oh yes, the www. Yes.
W.
I remember that. Yes. That.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, but it happens here, and it seems like some memory is gotten written the wrong way, so that makes me think you might be able to do arbitrary code execution.
Whoa.
I don't think you can do that in restricted.
Oh.
Like a small slope boost.
Oh.
Yo,
No
now
death
that-
plane?
Yeah. Oh, I
Play
know
again.
what's about to happen here. Yep.
Yeah.
That's 8 seconds. Right. So if anyone wants to go to the bathroom, now's the time.
Some nice battery animations going on now. Yeah.
I hope you love those battle animations at 5 times less
Oh yeah, this segment was pain. It was like 15 minutes of just and then I fucked up a couple of times near the end. Like I did some fucked up movement and I had to redo it.
No, I will not skip this. This is the task. We're watching it in full, people.
We have to appreciate every moment of this video.
If you are a little bored right now, there is some narrative reason for it, okay? Like, because that's the game.
There's just no other way to put it. If you're a fan of Doom, you're a fan of the battery animation.
By this logic, Undeceiver is the Doom Eternal's biggest fan. Okay, we're down to neck ravioli.
Oh, slow boost.
This movement's always sexy. Seeing that in any percent run's the highlight of the day. Oh.
We go oob.
There's the cage skip. We're not going to the end of the level though. We're just skipping the cage.
There's no eyes even. They're just purple gas mud.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4
Wait,
triggers
there's no-
here and they're still broken.
There's no protective shield.
Yeah, the walls of the eyes just don't load in, so you don't have to
Yeah.
wait for them to open.
Just watch the pinky get destroyed.
Oh yeah.
You didn't
Again.
slow down the loading screen, so it just...
Yeah. That was fun.
Bro.
Bro.
Now we go to the end of the level.
Haha. Hee hee haha.
All right, now who had one encounter for Necrovault
man.
Part 2? So what?
Okay.
Rocket, BFG point blank, SSG blood punch.
Oh.
Yeah. And the thing is, you can reload during the glory kill animation, and you get the challenge anyway, and you get the BFG ammo back. So
Oh, hasted unmaker. Our favorite thing.
And on a test, we're gonna watch some
Yeah.
nice aim here. Oh my snappy.
Yeah.
Oh.
For those who don't know, haste gives you infinite ammo for every weapon except the BFG, unmaker included.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are up to the
We're done.
best part of the run.
All
Oh, yeah.
right, Urdak, let's see what it is. I'm excited.
Erm.
Let's just see what goes on here.
So I'm skipping the first arena, which, by the way, I never go back to. That arena I don't do.
Wait, you
I'll
don't
explain
do
why.
that?
Alright, so
Yeah,
remember
I'll
when we
explain
discovered
that
Doopy?
later.
I'm
Yep.
intrigued.
And then, okay, so this is the weirdest part in the whole game, okay? This encounter, Abyss of Sanctuary, it's the most broken thing ever in 2 different ways. There's 2 bugs that go on here, 2 glitches that don't happen anywhere else in the game. So the first one you'll see in a second. So I finished the encounter and I just reload. And what do you think I do now?
Do it again.
Yeah, you do it again.
I just do it again. Yeah.
Can you? So wait, you're telling me that you duplicate the combat rating
Yep.
from this stage to make up for some other slow encounters that you
Yep.
skipped earlier?
I do this encounter 4 times in total. This is the
I
only
know how you
arena in
do
the
it.
game where you can get combat points multiple times, at least that I know of.
Remember when we were doing the 100% UN tutorial?
Belch it after you fire the BFG to get
A lot of
armor back.
Yeah, so if you notice the top right corruption meter, bam. It is
Yeah, you'll see the
finished.
hit marker. Yeah.
Wait, why do I have full corruption? Wait, what?
What? We have
What? How? What is this? Sorry. What? What? What?
Was that the first? Was that the first instance of?
I think so.
Holy crud! I'll take my
Okay.
If
paycheck
not,
in the
Econ
mail,
would've-
please.
And now
What's this?
we zip.
And now we are.
Where?
What?
That has to
We're
do
not-
something with like stable ground, right?
So it has to do with the death plane, the large death plane that covers the whole of Urdak, which changes target as you move. And if you reload check when the death plane is active, but it's kind of buggy, so it kind of teleports you to. It seems like a random place at first, but I spend a lot of time trying to figure out if you can manipulate it, and you can manipulate it. The setup for that begins after the fight, where I go here. Here, this is set up. Just touching this area up there with the punch boost, makes it so that the next time I reload checkpoint, that death plane would teleport me to the orange ring. If I hadn't gone there, it would teleport me to the purple ring. Don't ask me why. Like, it's just spaghetti code. That's the way it is. There's 2 death planes there. There's one for the arena, and the large one. I'm using FPS toggles with a macro to go through the first death plane, but not the second one with the sip. So now we reload and we're back in Abyss of Sanctuary. But now because I was there, so that reload is exclusively set up so that I do the same sip again, and now I go to purple ring instead.
Yeah, so we touch one ground over another ground, and now suddenly we go to a different teleport. Yeah. It makes sense. I have no questions.
If you want to know a little bit more and want to see a little bit of an in-depth explanation, Undeceiver actually has a video about it on his YouTube channel.
Subscribe to Undeceiver.
Very nerdy,
Doing
but
jank.
very, very cool to see.
Here, so when you get to purple ring, there, it instantly spawns. So I BFG everything. So now there's the buff totem, and then some more heavies will spawn, and then the tyrant, I think. So this time I'm waiting that all that stuff is spawning, like I'm doing stuff meanwhile, and then there's a despawn trigger there, so I just despawned it.
Oh, so you BFG to get like the last
The
phase
second-
and then hit the
second
despawn
wave.
trigger.
Yeah. Now you have to go back to get the points, but when
Makes
you
sense.
get here, the cutscene just triggers.
Man,
It's
that
actually
was
something spawning in.
that was so quick. I missed it. Sheesh.
What?
That's just fun movement. That is just fun
Oh.
movement right there.
Oh!
So, just a slow
Watch
boost.
this.
Direct
Oh.
hole in one.
Hole in one.
Now we go for the cam maker.
Was that all the collectibles? Sheesh.
That's it.
I felt like I blinked and Urdak was over. I know we spent a lot
Yeah,
of time
we
talking
definitely-
about it, but sheesh.
We did all the combat encounters.
Well, not all the encounters, but enough to get all the points.
We
Like-
did all the combat encounters.
I don't know. The game's saying we did all the combat encounters.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
inclined to believe it. Probably the most difficult part of the level to optimize, I bet. It's got a lot going on. You gotta have 2 lock-ons and then blood punch the maker? Like,
Threw me off.
alright, we're already in the last level. It's been quite the journey, gentlemen.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. So another
Oh, this
fight
zip?
technique. Yep.
Aw. I know where this is going.
It's
All
going
right.
straight to
Julian,
the end.
baby.
Alright, who put the money on 0? Who put the money on 0?
It's
Hole
technically
in
a
one.
Yeah, I guess
Technically a
one half.
half.
Wait, did you fast travel back to the arena to give it
Yeah.
the second beat? Oh my lord! For people who don't know, normally if you're in a combat encounter or have enemies spawned or whatever mood the game's in, you're not able to fast travel unless like you're like in a out of combat state, quote unquote. Yeah, Gabe just doesn't care there. Oh, that collision's a lie.
See, and you're gone.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm doing that to trigger the checkpoint, and I'm gonna go back.
Just turns around.
When I get back there, I get back to PFG, and I'm also where I want to be. But definitely not going the normal way.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Ooh.
Who needs to do that encounter at the bottom? Is that Undeceiver?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, take it away.
So you can have to kill the first tyrant, get the BFG of course, and then you BFG this, and that's what people mostly do, I think, and then you get the Baron as well. So that's the first wave, including the Baron. Then when you touch that there, you trigger the top arena, and then you go here. And really, I want to get the whole arena, including the pain elementals that spawn afterwards, as well as all the heavies that are downstairs with this BFG shot. So this BFG shot kills a lot of stuff. And then I need to wait until the buff totem spawns to touch this spot, because this spot is a despawn trigger for the downstairs arena. So now that buff totem that's just spawning, I just despawned it right after.
Okay.
While the BFG is killing the pain elementals on the top stairs.
You clean up.
Also, can we appreciate
Wow.
this menuing that's about to come up?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Is that possible?
I'm so happy.
All right, so we're at the final boss. This is a glorified auto scroller.
Yeah, just RPF all everything.
so
So
you-
full auto.
Full
Oh,
auto is
auto.
optimal shotgun DPS on the icon. Yes.
Yeah.
Micro missiles.
Micro missiles.
Basically, I'm optimizing all ammo. I'm using all the ammo that I have in the best way possible.
And all this
Micro
optimization
missiles.
means basically nothing because we have to wait for all the animations of his armor breaking.
Yeah.
So, and
run that
that's
once.
that's the boss.
Jesus.
Uh,
There, now we're just shitpost some more.
Yeah, now
God,
we're just surfing. We're doing some CS:GO surfing to bide the time. And there it is. 1 hour, 22 minutes, 33 seconds. Wow. Well, thank
Even
you
those
guys
just like-
so much for joining. This was super fun to watch through and get all your
That was
impressions and
amazing.
stuff. Undeceiver, thank you so much for joining us and really holding our hands in terms of watching this. It's been great.
I love it. I actually feel a little bit self-centered because I don't join the community or streams about people or anything very often, and I just show up for this when it's about something I did. But what can I say? I am a little bit. I like talking about stuff. I don't enjoy watching streams that much normally.
It is
enjoy
just
talking about
amazing
this.
the fact that this entire video exists.
By the way, I feel like just saying this took I think 2 years to do.
How many hours do you think it took getting all this together?
No, maybe 300, 400, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just an estimation, but probably something like
Runs.
that. Yeah.
Everyone else in this call has spent way more time
Oh.
grinding one run, so...
The grinding for me is a lot more tiring. So doing this task was, even though it was still grinding, it was more fun because you could grind one segment, then move on to the next one, rather than just grinding the whole run and then getting it ruined on the end, which is really frustrating, to be honest. If someone wants to get some money and those would be really cool, they can try to do it personally. And the bounties are easier than doing this whole run, by the way.
If you think you're up for a challenge of learning a run and think this looks interesting, you could also make some money while doing it if you enjoy that sort of thing. So keep that in mind, people.
Thank you for Itro, not just for having a great YouTube channel, but for also being the main person that organizes this entire thing.
No, what I did is trivial compared to what Undeceiver has done for this. Thank you so much for letting us have this watch party, having us discuss this and everything. It's been great.
Wait, when's the next event?